The Great Pirate Adventure, Solving the Mystery of the Lost Treasure Map. Hello, young adventurers, and welcome back to Storytail Kids. Today, we are setting sail for an exciting tale called The Great Pirate Adventure, Solving the Mystery of the Lost Treasure Map. Get ready to join a brave crew as they search for lost riches. If you love discovering new things, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss an incredible journey. Now, let the quest begin. Part 1. The Whispering Scroll. Our grand adventure begins on a calm morning aboard the Sea Serpent, captained by the brave and kind Captain Coral. A strange glass bottle washed up beside the ship, containing a rolled-up yellow parchment inside. The map was old and fragile, marked with unfamiliar symbols and drawings of strange islands and mountains. It promised a treasure that was whispered about in every port. Captain Coral knew this was their chance for the adventure of a lifetime. The cheerful crew gathered around the map, pointing excitedly at the winding paths and cryptic instructions. They realized immediately that finding this treasure would require more than just luck. It would demand true teamwork and careful planning. The first clue led them toward the dangerous rocky waters, known as the Shiver Shores. Their journey had truly begun, promising both thrilling challenges and marvelous discoveries on the horizon. Captain Coral packed their supplies, a sturdy compass, a good spyglass, and plenty of snacks. They hoisted the anchor and turned the ship toward the rising sun, ready to chase the mysterious whispers of the scroll. Part 2. Navigating the Coral Maze. The Shiver Shores were indeed a challenge, filled with shallow reefs and confusing passages that tested their navigation skills immediately. The first part of the map showed a complex coral maze. First Mate Finn carefully studied the map, comparing the drawn lines to the churning waves surrounding the ship. He explained to the crew that they must use the compass accurately to steer clear of the hidden jagged rocks. Understanding the points of the compass, north, south, east, and west, was essential to their success. Every turn had to be precise, teaching everyone on board a valuable lesson in following directions correctly. They moved slowly and steadily, demonstrating incredible patience as they navigated the tight, winding paths of the colorful coral reef. Rushing would have meant disaster, so slow progress was their wisest choice. Finally, after hours of concentration and careful steering, they successfully emerged from the coral maze. They had learned that obstacles are just opportunities to practice new skills and trust your helpers. Part 3. The Secret of Skull Peak. The next section of the map guided them to a jungle island marked by a massive mountain shaped exactly like a skull. This ominous landmark was called Skull Peak, and it meant they were very close. They anchored the Sea Serpent and began their tough trek through the thick green jungle, hacking away vines and climbing steep, slippery slopes. The heat was intense, but their excitement kept their spirits high. The map showed a secret entrance, hidden right behind the mountain's eye socket. However, reaching the spot required solving a small riddle. Carved into an ancient stone tablet they discovered nearby, the riddle asked, "I have no voice, but I tell the world the direction it must turn." After a moment of thought, one clever crew member shouted, "It must be the wind!" Suddenly, a gust of wind blew across the stone tablet, revealing a hidden lever that unlocked the concealed passage. This success showed the crew how clever observation and thinking can solve any puzzle. Part 4. Deciphering the Ancient Clues. Inside the mountain cave, the air was cool and damp. Torches lit the way, revealing glittering stalactites hanging from the ceiling like chandeliers. Here lay the final set of difficult instructions. These clues were not about sailing or geography. They were about light and shadow, and working together to reveal the path. They realized this treasure hunt was designed to test their unity and cooperation. One instruction required 3 crew members to hold different colored crystals up to the light at the same time. The beams had to cross perfectly to shine on a specific spot on the cave floor. They practiced coordinating their movements, understanding that if even one person moved too quickly or too slowly, the beams would scatter uselessly. Teamwork had never been more vital than in this moment. When the beams finally converged, a section of the wall silently slid open, revealing a hidden chamber. The crew realized that the final step was achieved not through strength, but through synchronized effort and shared focus. Part 5. The Joy of Discovery. The final chamber was absolutely spectacular. Glowing softly with an inner light, right in the center stood a large, iron-bound chest, the legendary hidden treasure they had sailed so far to find. Captain Coral and the crew eagerly opened the heavy lid with a loud creak. Inside, they did not find piles of gold coins or shiny jewels, but something much more meaningful and valuable. The chest was filled with ancient scrolls, detailing histories of courage, books filled with maps of unexplored lands, and journals celebrating past adventures. The true treasure was knowledge and shared memory. They learned that the greatest riches are the stories we collect, the lessons we learn, and the wonderful friendships we build along the way. The journey itself was the most precious reward of all. They carefully packed the valuable historical scrolls, realizing their adventure had changed them forever. They sailed home with hearts full of satisfaction, ready to share their incredible wisdom and discovery. What a wonderful journey that was! Captain Coral and his crew proved that with teamwork, courage, and a curious mind, you can solve any mystery and overcome any obstacle. Remember, the true magic is in the journey itself and the friendships you make along the way. Thank you for sailing with class. Storytail Kids. We can't wait to see you next time for another incredible adventure.